subconscious mind.
You chose this video for a reason, and I am so grateful that you did. So welcome or welcome back. I have been wanting to make this video for a while. I deleted my social media. Instagram and TikTok were the only social media apps that were really taking my time. So about a month ago, I decided to delete them entirely from my phone. Let me tell you, it has been life-changing, genuinely. So I want to talk about some points and some things that I've noticed since deleting them. First thing I want to talk about is my attention span. When I was actively on Instagram and TikTok scrolling for about 1 to 2 hours a day, I noticed that it was harder for me to focus on important tasks. For example, reading a book. Before I deleted these apps, I could only read a book, maybe about 10 pages. I could only read about 30 minutes. And then you know where you start reading a book and you're reading a page, and once you finish the page, you're like, what the heck did I even read? That was happening. So once I hit like 30 minutes, I could not retain any more information. And now, after deleting social media, I can read for an hour and have no problems. I can fully remember what I read. Also, with social media like Instagram and TikTok, when you're mindlessly scrolling for hours at a time, you are constantly sending dopamine to your brain. And this tricks your brain into thinking that you've already achieved whatever your goal is. This is enough for your brain. This is enough for your brain to be like, oh, I am accomplished. I have done so much today. I'm happy. I've gotten my fix of dopamine. And it's an addiction. Social media is an addiction. And when you're scrolling constantly, it doesn't allow you to live in the moment, for one, and two, you're not able to focus on things that you should be able to focus on. Because if your brain's like, oh, I could just get a quick fix of dopamine by scrolling for 15 minutes, for an hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours, you're not going to want to do a long, fulfilling task. Because why would you? You could just be happy from scrolling all day. And I've been there. I have scrolled for like an hour, and after, how do you feel? You don't feel good. You feel lazy, you feel lethargic, you feel kind of gross, kind of icky, and it's not a motivating feeling. Once you already feel like that, you're like, what the heck? What's another hour? What's another 2 hours? So it is a constant loop of putting yourself down. I also want to talk about my confidence level. When you're on Instagram and TikTok and you're seeing all these people, oh, she went on a vacation, oh, he's doing this, oh, you know, when you're looking at people and what they're doing with their life and you're over there scrolling, you don't feel good about yourself. And I watched a video by The Wizard Liz, and she said something about confidence to where if you're not confident, think about all the reasons why you should be. If you're laying in bed all day and scrolling on social media, and if you're not accomplishing anything, why should you be confident? There's no reason why you should feel confident if you're not doing anything with your time or with your life. I've also been able to get a lot more done. My productivity level has increased greatly. I recently got a manifestation planner. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay. I recently got a manifestation planner. This was from Amazon, and this is my week. It sets it up in 30-minute increments, and it plans for your whole week, what you're going to do, what you're going to accomplish. Also, what I really love about this journal is that it has a reflection after every month. So this was mine for February, and it asks you questions like, what are the greatest insights? What have I accomplished? What are some obstacles or fears? How did I feel about my progress? What can I improve on? Just things to be mindful of and things to reflect on, and how you can improve yourself. I really love this journal. It has helped me a lot. It also has at the beginning a self-discovery section to where it asks you pretty much, where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Think about yourself in 10 years. Where do you see yourself? And I think that's very productive. I think that is very helpful. So I'll link it in the description if you want to purchase this. I got it off Amazon. I think it was like $30, but I think they have a variety to choose from. But yeah, deleting social media on top of that planner, I have been so much more productive with my time. I also want to share with you some things that I accomplished this month. Upon deleting social media, I started pole classes, which I am very excited about. I'll probably make a video about soon. I enjoy it. I love it. It definitely boosts my confidence because you just feel sexy. You feel attractive. You feel confident. Another thing is it's exercise. Like genuinely, I was sore after, I've only done 3 classes and I was sore after all of them. So it's hard work. It's not just spinning around a pole. You are working your muscles. Another thing that I've accomplished was I read a whole book, Fear by Thich Nhat Hanh. I finished the whole book. It was only like 160 pages, but compared to I've read the Bible and the Quran and the Bhagavad Gita, reading is a little bit of a project to me. So I think pacing myself with a smaller book was a good idea. I bought this planner. I started meal prepping. I developed a better morning routine. I bought a YouTube master course that I have been working on for the past 5 weeks, and it's been so helpful. I also made a vision board. So these are just some things that it's like when you're writing them down and actually thinking, you're like, oh, I did do that. Oh, you have more gratitude. And it also says to close your eyes and visualize and be grateful for all of your accomplishments. So it really just allows you to be thankful for yourself. And it's a confident booster. You're like, wow, I did all this in a month. Imagine what I can do next month or the month after that. Another thing I want to talk about is my anxiety and overthinking. I am an overthinker, and I think social media didn't help this. It actually made it worse because one thing is you start to compare yourself with others on social media, and you're comparing yourself to their social media profile. You're not comparing yourself to their downfalls. You don't see them crying themselves to sleep at night. You don't see them at their lowest points. You only see their highest points. And when you compare yourself to somebody's highest points, it's a recipe for disaster, because why are you comparing yourself to somebody's highlights? Doesn't make sense, but I was a victim of it. I did this, and it's horrible. Let me just say that, because it's fake. Everything on social media is fake. Nothing's real. I mean, I could post a picture of myself smiling and laughing, but the next minute I could be crying because I'm sad about something. It's so fake, and it's such a facade that people put online. And of course, it's understandable. I mean, why would you post your bad moments online? No one is gonna do that, and that's totally understandable. I wouldn't do that either, because why does people need to see that? But it can cause you to look at that and be like, they did this, they did this, they did this. What am I doing? And that's when you really have to focus on yourself. I deleted social media as a way for me to focus on myself, because I feel like I've been disconnected from myself for a while. And part of that was because I was on social media for a long time. Especially the first thing you do when you wake up is to go on social media. That is so bad for you. That is horrible. Because why are you starting your day off like that? I'll put the video right here, but I posted a video on my morning routine and my meal prep. And it's such a good way to wake up. I'm telling you, I was one of those people who would grab my phone, roll over, scroll on social media for 30 minutes, and then wake up. And there is a huge difference between doing that versus getting straight up, washing your face, meditating, and then once you get your day started, then you can check your emails or your messages, but limit yourself. That is another huge thing, because if you don't limit yourself, it can get out of hand. And I don't think I plan on downloading social media for a while. If I do, I just want to post what I want to post and get off, because one, also, you're obsessed with like, oh, how come this picture got 100 likes and this picture got 200? What did this one not have? And it's like, you should post for the fun of it. You should post because you want to post, not because you want this person to see it, or you want this person to comment, or you want this amount of likes. Because then you're limiting yourself. Then it's not fun anymore. It's not for your enjoyment. It's for somebody else's approval. And that's not okay. I think taking a break from social media is very, very important. I think everyone should do this. See how you feel. What's gonna happen? You're gonna lose a few followers? Who cares? Like, if they actually cared about you, they would still support you throughout whatever journey you're going on. But like I said, I'm there to post what I want to post and get off. I'm not looking at what anybody else is doing. I'm not checking other people's lives. I'm not obsessing over they have this, they're doing this, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't pertain to me. And everybody's path is different. Everybody is going to achieve things at different points in their life. And you're blocking your blessings by comparing yourself to somebody else's journey. I also want to point out that if you're obsessing over somebody else's life, or if you're focused on somebody else's validation, then it is a perfect time for you to delete social media. I highly suggest everybody at least taking a break once in a while. If you have a problem, just get rid of it on your phone, delete it on your phone. You can pace yourself, put a limit. I know Instagram has a timer, so if you're on it for, let's say, 10 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day, it will send you a notification that it's time to close Instagram. I used to do that, but the problem with it was you can say not now and then just keep scrolling. So that's why it depends on how much you can limit yourself. I was addicted to it, honestly. It feels like such an addiction. And even if you're like in public waiting for your coffee, you're just scrolling because either you're anxious or you just don't want to stand there and stare at people, which is fine. But it's like, if you need something to distract you from your outside world, that's a problem. And I was like that, so I can understand. But I also feel more connected to my outside world. I feel more in tune with my body and more in the present moment. I don't overthink as much, which is awesome. Even though it's still a problem for me, I am working on it, and without the distraction of thinking about other people's lives or looking at dumb videos that is overloading my brain with dopamine, I can get so much more done now. I feel more confident. I am more proud of myself and how I spend my time. So I think for anybody that is watching, this is your sign to delete social media, at least for a month. Just try it for a month. See how you feel. What's the worst that can happen? Your life is going to improve. I guarantee it. So I hope you enjoyed my video. If you have any comments for me, you can leave them down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Turn that post notification on to be reminded whenever I post. And I will see you in the next one.